Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm today reading When He Meets Your Abusive Father by 16 on Wattpad. And for those who are wondering, I'll be doing a similar one with the rest of the class tomorrow, so be on the lookout for it. And with that, let's get into it. You, a hero? No way in hell. You're my daughter, and you're not going to be some pathetic hero. The only reason I'm making you go to that useless school in the first place is so I'll get to know your future enemies, and so I can get you out of my sight. Your father growled, clearly displeased. I'm going to that school because I want to, not because you told me to. And I'm going to be a hero if it'll be the last thing I'll do. You argued back, your voice steady, betraying the fear in your heart. Your father's eyes pierced you. It had been a long time since you had last talked back to him, but the bruises and injuries from that discipline session were still healing. You should have kept quiet and just listened to him shout at you until it was over, but you didn't. And now you knew what would happen next. Your father knocked you down, and the tip of his boot found its way deep down to your stomach. You were laying on the ground as your father kicked you, despite every imaginable insult at you. You had started crying, but you weren't making a sound. It would just annoy him more, and you would not give him the satisfaction of making you scream. When he was finally done taking his anger out on you, you had a black eye, and you were coughing up blood. Your whole abdomen was bruised and sore. A couple ribs might have gotten bruised too. You stood up slowly and leaned against the wall. Your knees felt weak, and your head was dropping. Damn it, you hissed. You held your stomach and took a few shallow breaths. School would continue soon, and your boyfriend would be back from his trap. He had seen this before, but it wasn't this bad at the time. He had been away for 2 weeks, and luckily missed the last bad beating you had gotten from your father. But he would see this one, no doubt about it. You'd have to be in school next week, and you only had a few days before that. You patched yourself up and sighed. These would not have time to heal before you'd have to see Bakugou again. A few days had passed, and it was time to go to school again. You still had the black eye, and your whole abdomen was covered in bruises. Your whole upper body was sore as you made your way into the classroom. Everyone was already there. Ryan, nice to see you, Kirishima grinned and patted you on the back. Little did he know, that felt like a train had just run you over. You dropped to your knees and started coughing and whining. You noticed that you were coughing up blood. Ryan, what's wrong? Kirishima asked, sounding panicked. What the hell happened here? Bakugou growled. I have no idea, dude. Without saying another word, he picked you up and left the room. He was probably carrying you to recovery girl, but you could have gone there yourself when you have stopped coughing. But you and Bakugou weren't close for no reason. He knew you well, and you weren't the type to ask for help. It was your asshole dad who did this, wasn't it? He asked, anger clear in his voice, but never directed at you. He had always despised your father. ever since you told him about what he did with you. And the only reason you don't ask for Bakugou's help is because he would kill your father inside. And you wouldn't want that. Bakugou still had a bright future, and you weren't going to be the one to end that. Your coughing had stopped, but your abdomen still hurt like hell. It's complicated. It's not. Your dad's just an asshole. I can't say I disagree with you, but you sighed. But forget, it's nothing. He sighed, carrying you all the way to the nurse's office, even after you told him that you're perfectly fine by yourself. He only let you go when he placed you on one of the beds. Alright, young man, you should go now, recovery girl said. I'm not going anywhere, he growled. Yes, you are, the elderly lady said sternly. Bakugou scoffed and left the room. He stood in the corridor, opposite of the nurse's office. The door was ajar, and he caught a glimpse of your form as you took off your clothes. You were standing there covered only by a brown skirt. Your whole upper body was covered in bruises, and he twitched. He turned his eyes away from your battered form and looked at his shoes. He didn't want to look at you, partly because he didn't want to seem like some kind of creep, and also because he couldn't bear to look at you being so hurt. Once you were ready to leave, he felt a lot better. Your chest wasn't hurting so much, and whatever recovery girl had done to your ribs had certainly helped. You were still pretty bruised, but it didn't hurt so much anymore. You walked out of the door backwards after thanking the old lady. When you turned around, a pair of familiar arms wrapped around you. Katsuki, is something wrong? Take a damn wild guess, he growled. You saw the bruises? You sighed softly. I didn't mean to. Did it look that bad? Yeah. And you're not going home. You're coming to my place. It wasn't a question. More like, he was pleading you too. You knew he was trying to help, in his own way, and your father wouldn't want you home anyway. Sure, fine with me. Alright then, let's go.